All right, folks, we're back. We're having a little technical difficulty, so like I said, if we had that, we would switch, and then we'll be back when we get to the next office. Now, they do have this here. It does say employees only. Beyond this point, there is no public restroom. Now, we're gonna take this as face value, and just remember there is no statute written on the whiteboard.
Yeah, I need to pay my bill. I think I'm late.
Oh, no problem, no problem. You can walk on through. You can walk on through.
Part of the equation of my life, I think. 1244 East
Just getting
Barcelona.
a little bit of
East
yeah, here,
Barcelona.
folks.
Well, yeah, okay. I hope so. Was when I got up this morning. We're gonna put 60. Yeah. 60.
Let's see.
Okay. Well, they approved it? I'm broke. They did? Dead, burn it. I gotta go talk to that thing. Ready.
Key card right there, so you know we definitely don't want to go into any restricted areas, but we will
I know, right? Ready. It's a bank.
film what we can see from a public area. As you can see, she
Thank you,
ducked
dear.
right
Be
down
blessed.
when she sees the camera. But you know, GTA fam, we do this, we do this. Hi.
Hi.
I have a question. Do you guys have any FOIA forms here? Freedom of Information Request forms?
For those of you who have to go to City Hall.
Are you sure? Because by law, I know I can file one at any public office.
Like as far as like a complaint or something?
No, a FOIA request, like freedom of information, like first and last names of everybody in the office, their salaries, things like that.
I'm not too sure, to be honest with you.
You guys may not have a standard form, but I know that if it's a public office, you know, where the public is invited, that you can file a FOIA. I can file it on a blank sheet of paper if you guys don't have the actual form.
I think that's a question for like our HR department. I think they would be able to handle that type of
Are you sure?
situation.
Is there a supervisor here I can speak with? Maybe they know a little bit more.
Give them just a second.
Hi,
No
you're
problem.
looking for information on public records, is that what you're looking for, sir?
Yeah, freedom of information of this particular office, yes.
So you would need to request a public records request from our city clerk's office, which you can do in the city hall right next door. The process is online as well. You would have to submit the request for whatever records you're looking for.
Right.
okay?
And your name is?
Mindy,
And your position here is?
Senior Human Resource Analyst.
Oh,
But
okay.
yeah, public records request would have to just be filed through our clerk's office.
Yeah, I know I can do it there, but also by law, I know that I can do it on a blank sheet of paper here if you guys don't have the form
You would
and
need to
submit it
speak
in,
with our
and
clerk's
you
office.
guys would forward it to your public information officer.
All of the requests do go through our clerk's office, sir. So you would have to talk to our clerk's office on that.
I'm quite sure I could file one here, even if you guys don't have the form. Like I said, I could do it on a blank sheet of paper and turn it in, and you guys could
If you
forward
mind,
it.
if you don't mind, I can make a call over to our clerk's office, because I'm not personally familiar with the process, since our office doesn't handle that. Do you mind me making a
No,
call?
no, 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 go
All
ahead,
right,
go
thank you.
ahead.
If I could, thank you.
All right, well, you know, we know we can file it here. We know by law that we can do that. You know, the law does state that every office can, you can, if they don't have the form, you can just fill it out on a blank sheet of paper. They'll stamp it and sign it to make sure it's dated for the day, and then they forward it to their public information officer and everything. We know we can file it at City Hall. We definitely know we can do that. But we also know we can do it here if we wanted to, and we just want to make sure that everybody who comes in knows their rights, and we make sure everybody held to that standard. So we're gonna get a little bit more of these literature and everything that's on here, and wait till she comes back, and just a little education, today. That's all. That's all it is. We're just trying to make sure everybody knows what their rights are and what they can do. So, like I said, and what's crazy is we just went over there and talked to Regis, and it was very, very, very respectable, very respectful. And I'm not gonna say this lady wasn't, but she seemed a little bit resistant when we said the law says that we could file it here and everything. So I'm just wondering what the resistance was now. Now not everybody knows that you have the right to fill one out at any government office, but we would just hope that eventually everybody receives some type of training on this, because it's definitely a right we have to file a FOIA request at any public office. You can file it at any public office.
Good morning.
Good morning. How you doing?
My name is Scott Barber. I'm the Human Resources Director for the City of Casa Grande.
How you doing?
It's my understanding that you've requested the public records.
Yes, I was just making sure that if I wanted to file a FOIA request here, I could.
You cannot do it here. Arizona law provides a system, a particular process for requesting public records. And our contact for public records requests is the city clerk's office, which is over in City Hall.
So you're saying that there's a special Arizona statute that says I can't file a FOIA request at this office? Because I know, and I have researched the law that says that any public office, I can go in and request public records. Now, you guys may not have those records to give to me. At that point, you would forward it to your personal information officer or public information officer. They would get back to me after you guys do it I can do it on a blank sheet of paper. You guys would just stamp it and sign it, so I have a signed date copy of it, and then you guys would forward. Now, if you're saying you don't do it here, I'll have to investigate that more along with this story, and we'll have to see which exactly
Arizona law. You're welcome to make any contact that you want.
Okay.
The fact of the matter is that it is provided in Arizona law exactly how it has to be done, and our contact is the city clerk's office. Have a good day.
There's going to be a lot of people that see this, and that attitude toward the public, it really isn't nice, sir. Really isn't nice, see? So now that we've had that happen, this story just got a little bit better. So when we post this story online, folks, just remember, we'll make sure we get his name and his salary and everything he does here, and we'll post that along with this video as well. And that's what we keep saying. When you are a public servant, you got to know how to deal with the public, because when you don't, it gets a little rough for you, you know what I'm saying? Because all the people that's going to see this, they will call in with their complaints. But we're going to move on to the next office, because we definitely got what we needed from here. He wouldn't let us file the FOIA, so we definitely will be filing that complaint. And we know that's actually against the law, because the law says that any office, and that's federal law, not state, federal. I'll put that up here too, right next to the video. And we're definitely gonna file that complaint, and we're gonna make sure that everyone knows that we were denied filing our FOIA request at this entity. So, all right, everybody, stay tuned. We're off to our next location. Just remember this one. This is the social service and financial people. So when you make your calls, just make sure you make your calls here. We don't want you disrupting any of the other offices. But let's see what's going on.